Welcome to Amusings with Chelsea and Angie.
I'm Chelsea.
I'm Angie.
Yep.
It's a podcast.
2 weeks in a row now again.
Podcast. Yes, because life happens, and my sister got the Rona.
And you were knocked out.
And I had a horrible fibromyalgia flare.
No fun. So, we have...
But I did get to watch a lot of stuff, so...
Same here. I mean, I was obviously working, but I get to rewatch stuff and catch up on new episodes of Traitors and True Detective. Because I think the last time we only talked about the first couple episodes.
Yeah, because on Traitors,
which was really good.
It's instead of I don't want to use celebrity, reality show people. And normies like us, it was just all reality show people this season.
Your trash TV.
Yeah. So, a lot of people from MTV's The Challenge, you have Big Brother, you have Housewives, you have, then you have like a random... Michael Jordan's son, Marcus. You have some guy from Parliament, John Burkow. Dancing with the Stars, Peppermint from RuPaul.
Stuff like that, yeah. You got a mixture. Love Island, blah, blah, blah.
So, I think most recent-ish one was when... I don't think we talked about when the boxer left.
I don't know, it should be in your notes. Look at the last week.
Yeah, I don't think we did. Because we did the Oscar. Okay, so...
So, we'll start from the boxer and go from there. And if we're repeating, our bads. But the boxer pretty much why, and chickened out and left.
Right, because he called out, who did he call? Did he call out Max? Yeah, he called out Max.
Yep, with Dancing with the Stars.
He's like, I know it's you.
And if it's not, I'm gonna be heartbroken.
But that's the game.
And he was a faithful.
Yeah, so Maxim he was just acting weird. So,
yeah.
Then the next scene is the boxer, what's his name again? Deontay Wilder. He's in one of the rooms on the sofa crying like a little baby.
He was very emotional.
But that's the game.
I don't disagree with you. That is the game. That is part of it.
You don't walk into the game with your chest all puffed out. Oh, I'll kill anyone. Blah, blah, blah.
Now,
but he cried like a little baby.
I know. But I did like the next episode, which was, so he left, so blah, okay. They didn't count him as one of the kill-offs or anything. They just kept going. So the Traitors had a challenge. They had to poison...
In front of,
like secretly poison, get them to drink out of this ugly cup, chalice.
And you had to do it within a certain time.
Yep, you had before they went to bed. And they didn't get who they wanted to get, but they got somebody. And it threw everybody off in its entirety, like completely off.
Yeah, and then
great.
when everybody showed up at breakfast, the Traitors were like,
what the heck is she still doing here?
That's weird. Well, they walked them to their funeral, so...
Which, I'm not gonna lie, freaking creepy. They'd be, like, creeping out. And then, like, the worst part was the coffin scene, where they had to get into it. And they had to do their vote, and everybody voted for the same person.
Yeah, everybody voted for MJ.
Went left field. And, you know, it was just like, oh, snap. And then they're like, okay.
But come on, Alan going, you know, just saying, you know, off the top of his head, oh, Ekin-Su, and then slaying the...
Yeah, I would have screamed.
He
I would have
cracks
screamed
me.
like a girl.
He gives no shits.
I would have screamed like a little schoolgirl. So, anyhow.
And then this last episode, so they haven't gotten any traitors out. They voted out faithfuls. And at the beginning, Phaedra thinks that she's... I don't know why Parvati kind of kowtowed, you know, back down from Phaedra when Phaedra says, look, you don't call the housewives out.
Because she was afraid that suspicion was going to go towards her. But at the same time, she has been the least suspect person. So there's a couple housewives that have been suspected multiple times of being the traitors.
Right.
That's what you want to do. Throw it on them and throw yourself off.
Right. But if I were...
because notice, all the housewives were still there. They were all sticking together. Okay, it might be one of them. So if you get rid of one of them, then it's like, oh wait, maybe it's not.
Yeah, but if I were Parvati and Phaedra had come at me like that, I'd be like, you know how to play this game.
Right.
I didn't throw it at you. I threw it at a group.
Correct.
You don't come for the housewives. Oh,
yeah.
Shit, I will too.
But here's the other thing. Dan needs to watch his freaking back. Dan needs to watch it. He sucks right now.
I think Dan is going to get voted off because he's stupid.
I agree. He's got to put it on somebody, and unfortunately, he's got to put it on one that is the weak of the group. And quit putting the person that's accusing you.
How good would I have been during that bird challenge?
You would have been great.
So Peter, is that his name? Yeah, I think so. The back one, has set up a trap.
Which is smart. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
For being on The Bachelor, and I'm sorry, I hate Bachelor people. They are so stupid. No offense. You sign up for a show, you expect to find a wife. I don't think so. I don't think any of those will pan out except for maybe 2.
Yeah.
Anywho, came up with a plan. Sorry.
Yes. And Parvati sussed it out and told Dan, look, okay, so there were 3 groups of 2 outside, and one of them got the shield. When those 3 groups, before they came in, they said, hey,
the traitors inside.
We think the traitors inside. Don't tell anybody that you have the shield. I'm going to say that I have it, and I'm going to tell certain people that I suspect.
Correct.
So, he told Parvati, Dan. And CT. Poor CT.
He's always getting accused.
Just because he's good at the game does not mean he's a traitor.
No.
His name gets brought up every single time.
But it also gets dropped every single time.
Well, because he has the nerve to say, well, what about you?
You got a problem with me? Talk to me. Yeah, pretty much. And Dan's trying to play that game too. You can see it, but he stinks at it.
Yeah.
Oh.
This isn't Big Brother.
No. This is cutthroat.
So, when they're in the Traitors' tower, Dan goes, we need to get rid of, what was it, Bergie? Or
Yeah,
Peter?
Birdie. He wants to get rid of Birdie.
Because he says, Peter told me that he has a shield.
Yeah.
And that's when Parvati said, now hold on, he told me he had a shield too.
And he doesn't.
But why would he, and he wanted to keep it a secret, so why would he tell you if he told me? I think.
He's lying.
He's
Bam.
lying.
Believe the woman, okay?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Women are better detectives than men are, without a doubt. Do you listen to what we listen to? We listen to podcasts about murder. We watch murder shows for a living.
Who won the season last year?
A woman. Which, she showed up.
No, she didn't.
She
win
was the
last
traitor,
year.
though. She was the traitor last time.
No, she wasn't. Kate Chastain was not.
I thought she was.
No.
Below that girl?
Yeah, she wasn't a traitor.
Really?
Yeah, she got voted off.
Okay, I've been. It's been a while.
No, a normie won last year, and everybody was mad because, girl, I thought you had my back. You say, and she's like, I'm sorry, I'm playing the game. But yeah, so at the end, Alan's like, you guys are doing a shit job catching the traitors, so I brought in some help, and Kate Chastain from Below Deck shows up.
And I just say the confrontation between her and what's the dude's name? It's like, let me talk. I can't think of his name.
Oh, the Asian feller. That is Kevin.
Oh my God. I thought she was about to get up out that chair and slap somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, do it. You know. So
Kevin,
that's gonna be some controversy right there. I already see it.
Kevin didn't talk much before either, so all of a sudden he's like,
I got a voice. Yeah. He was no different than Dan was, though. If you think about it, he never called out anybody, never said anybody or anything else like that the first few episodes.
Ooh, Sandra and Janelle. Tell me that wasn't awesome. They
Yeah.
just tell each other to F off. F you.
I know, going back and forth.
She's like, oh, are you thirsty because you're a traitor? She's like, no, I'm drinking water because I'm thirsty.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Bitch.
But I agreed with everybody that voted her out at the table. Even if you're faithful, we can't trust you. You keep calling out everybody, and everybody ends up being wrong.
And you keep going for shields.
Yes.
So how am I supposed to trust you if you're wrong all the time and you're going out and getting the only thing that will protect you from us voting you out?
Yeah.
So
I
it's
don't know.
getting good.
I know.
I think Dan's going to get it. I think Dan's going to get caught.
He's gonna be the first traitor that gets sliced, and when he does, somebody's gonna get a clue about poverty. Maybe not our housewife,
I don't know.
because she talks.
Parvati can...
She can manipulate. She's pretty
Yeah.
good.
I would not be able... I would lose my shit after Dan would get caught, because I'd be like, I told you, bitch.
Now, I laughed at the very end of the episode whenever Kate's talking to them, trying to figure out, and they're telling them about, oh yeah, one of us got poisoned, blah, 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 blah. And Poverty had just asked anybody want wine and went to go get the bottle of wine. She goes, oh, I ain't drinking after her. I'm like, bum, bum, bum. She already found a traitor. Look at her go.
Well, she's just like, I'm not taking anything from anybody.
I know, but she said poverty
Poverty,
first. I was like, oh, snap.
Because she just happened to be pouring booze, so...
Exactly. So then, that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Great episode. Cannot wait for the next one. It comes out tomorrow? Thursday?
Yeah, tomorrow night at
Yep.
9 p.m.
I know, when I'm already sleeping.
Pacific. I'm like,
So-
no!
Anyhow, now we move on to True Detective.
Yep.
Yep. So the third episode just dropped.
It is getting weird and
100% concur.
spooky, like White Walker.
No harm, no be.
That's who that guy reminded me of when he sat up, like a White Walker.
Yes.
From Game of
Thrones. Yes.
Creepy.
Totally crazy. I feel like they're not any closer than when the first episode dropped of trying to figure out who.
No, what? I mean, they know who they're looking for.
Well, I mean, what?
Now, but, and they did kind of get a little hint when they cracked the dude's cell phone, or or the girl's cell phone, and then she's like, a la, what do you call that, Blair Witch?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, my name is so-and-so. If you find this, and then...
chills. You see that? See that chicken skin already? Chills.
So,
it gives you chills.
It is set in Alaska. Ennis, Alaska, which
I don't think we've talked about any of the episodes, have we? Oh, okay, my bad.
So, every time I see the vehicle, I'm like, how come nobody in that shit town has put a P on the beginning and then sliced an N and just called it Penis, Alaska?
Angie.
I'm just saying.
Angie. Lord have mercy.
They vandalize stuff.
They do. And let me just say, here's my thing. If I was a delivery driver, okay, because that's the very beginning of the episode. Delivery driver shows up to this outpost. Research station, whatever you want to call it. That these people are living in currently.
Only fellows.
Taking care of stuff and and doing research. But you don't know what exactly yet.
Just a bunch of guys. Scientist guys.
Doing laundry, watching
Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller's Day Out.
Bueller.
And all of a sudden he gets there and nobody's there and there's a tongue on the floor. A tongue. Okay? I'm not talking about like a body, just the tongue. Okay?
Well, you thought it was weird when the dude's like having a standing seizure and then he turns and then goes, she's awake. And then you cut to the delivery driver.
Yes. Or when you rewind just a little bit further, in the very beginning, the very first scene that you see is the chick running by, and then that was creepy. And then before that, the deer where he's going hunting.
Oh, yes.
And they went off the cliff. And I'm sitting there going,
I think they're caribou?
Caribou.
They just all of a sudden start to scream and then run off a cliff.
I'm not kidding you. That
was weird.
What? You know, coming from a perspective of, you know, me telling you I've gone hunting now and stuff like that, and you watch the deer, and you don't necessarily have to shoot all of them, okay? You watch Bambi go by. And they're a very pretty sight, but when they're spooked, they don't make noise. They run. Mm-hmm. So for those to make noise and run, I'm like, something is like right there on top of them for them to squeal like that and run.
Yeah.
But you can't see what it is, and then you don't even know what happens to the Eskimo. Just gone.
So then, they get a call. Jodie Foster's character, who is, I know her last name is Danvers.
Yeah, just go with Danvers because I can't remember her first name either.
And this young kid,
the son of
Pryor.
Pryor,
I know his last name is Pryor. So they're going through the facility, and she's telling him to turn the TV off because it's stuck on Twist and Shout.
Yeah.
And she apparently hates that song, so she tells him, you know,
Twist and Shout.
She finds anyway, it gets it turned off, and then they start walking around, and it just looks like everybody just dropped whatever they were doing and left.
Yes.
And
like potty break over.
Then they find the tongue, and
Liz is her name.
She figured out that it has been a couple days because the laundry in the washing machine smells.
And the
And the mayo on the sandwich is all oily and gloopy. So,
you know I can't do that right now.
So they've been missing a couple days. Well,
more than 48 hours,
yeah.
Definitely.
Then you meet the state trooper,
Navarro.
And you find out that she and Danvers have history.
And not a good one at that.
Because Navarro was on the police force investigating the murder of Annie. Was it 5 years ago?
Yeah.
And Annie was a native person. I don't know what Inquit. I don't know what the name.
Yeah.
Eskimo. I don't want to say Eskimo, but
the Alaskan natives.
person. Yeah.
Natives.
So, and she was protesting the mining company that basically employs more than half the people and basically keeps the town of Ennis running. Well, the native people and, not native people have noticed that the mine is causing pollutants and it's making their people sick, their food sources, like the caribou, the fish, everything like that. And so she was protesting, and Navarro found her body in a container, shipping container, and it looks like she was stabbed with a star-shaped object 32 times. And her tongue was missing.
And the way she identified the tongue as to what she was, like what type of work she did, just chills.
Oh, because
the little
the
cuts
lines and cuts showed that she made fishing lines.
Yes.
Yeah.
With their mouths.
So anyway, Navarro wants on this case and says, "Hey, are you investigating Annie's murder again?" And Danvers is like, "No, I'm in looking for some people." Well, Aunt Dursley, from Harry Potter.
Yes.
She plays Rose, and Rose lives out in the snow somewhere, and sees her, I guess, ex-husband, boyfriend, whatever.
Yeah. Why she's cutting up in a wolf?
Yeah, she's
Freaking me out.
and she sees this dude just,
Freaking me
in
out.
his clothes, regular, no coat or
No
anything.
shoes.
Yeah, and she follows him.
Freaky.
And
Freaky.
then she calls the police because this feller, you find out his name is Travis, showed her where the scientists were. So then everybody gets out there and they're trying to figure out how to get these
Guys.
mound of ice guys
Thawed.
out of the ice. And then there's a big fight over jurisdiction. We want to ship it to Anchorage or blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no, it's here. So Danvers wants to keep it, and she meets the head of the mine lady and asks her to use the rink, so they move the bodies in the rink.
Yeah.
And they're letting it thaw.
Which I'm sitting here going, all that body water is going onto the ice that people are going to eventually skate on. Somebody please tell me they're going to drain this ice and redo it. Creepiness. Can't look at it. I can't. It's in the back of my head. It's been thinking about it. But the ice has been slowly melting. Season episode 2.
And then you find out that Navarro's sister has episodes, and you keep hearing she's awake. She's awake. which is creepy. Then you also find out, it's really hard to explain. You find out that Annie was secretly seeing one of the scientist guys.
But there's a shit ton of freaking photos. We'll find out later, but yeah. But secretly seeing her, and then, I can't remember which guy it was right now. My brain just
Clark?
shut. Yep, Clark.
From Ireland.
Scottish. Ireland.
So as the bodies are thawing, one breaks an arm and the dude's still alive.
Okay, not gonna lie, so gruesome.
So they get him to the hospital and
Nubby.
they had to amputate his
Both of them.
both legs.
One at the knee, one a little bit lower.
And when he finally wakes up,
And of course his arm, because his arm broke off. He's only got one good arm that's got frostbite all over it, and he looks
like a
on the
White
face.
Walker.
Yes.
And then
With
some
blue
weird
eyes.
some weird fight shit broke out in the waiting room.
Yes.
So then Danvers went down there, and then the camera panned towards Navarro, and then panned back, and then the scientist is sitting up in the bed, pointing at her, going, "Your mother's waiting for you." Yeah.
Some creepy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And-
Creepy at hell.
And then they unlock Annie's phone,
Dun dun dun.
and that's when she does, "Hi, my name is Annie
Whatever.
Cacto or whatever. If you find this," and then she gets dragged, and then you hear, "Ah, ah, ah," and it looks like it's in some kind of tunnel cavern thing.
Yes, like she's in this, like in an ice. Yep.
And when they found the little secret love nest, the, what do you call it? Trailer.
Travel
Yeah.
trailer.
Yeah. Ew. It's so much crap. So much crap. Bones.
Quarter.
There's did they ever find out who the body is?
I don't think we found out yet. I'm just.
And then that weird symbol on the ceiling.
The
Ew.
spiral of. I don't even know what to think about that. And then of
Ew.
course, they got all the photos and there's pictures of those spiral. It's some creepy stuff. Creepy show,
And
but
when
really, really good.
When she went to wash her hands at the lady's house and
Yeah.
all that, blah, gross.
Yeah. Not gonna lie.
And
Creepy,
what's the
creepy.
deal when Navarro slipped and hit her head?
She woke up in the desert thing.
Yeah, who's the kid with the?
I think it's her. But I don't know what the
But
heck is going on.
But the kid had the what do you call it? Polar bear.
Yep.
But it looked like the same polar bear that Danvers had in the box. That was what's her face's.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I'm so confused.
Like I said, I watched it
Oh,
and had to rewatch it because I was lost.
and then
But it's good.
the forensic pathologist person couldn't get out.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
So Pryor called his cousin, who's a big game veterinarian, and had him come and look at the bodies.
And he was like, oh my god, what did he say? They weren't dead when they were in the snow.
They
were still alive.
They died before they froze.
Right.
And she's like, "Well, from what?" And he's like,
I can't tell you.
Well, no, he said, I have seen a lot of big game, deaths, and he said it looked like cardiac arrest, like they were scared to death.
But he couldn't confirm it.
Right, because he's like, "Do you want me to do a little little autopsy, and she's like, no. No, we're
Illegal.
good.
So yeah, no. Good episodes. Can't wait for the next one.
And Pryor's dad is an asshole.
Agree. 110%.
And I think he hid that lady called in.
Yeah. I guarantee he hid it.
But why?
I don't know. We're gonna have to find out. But I think he knows more than he lets on.
I know. And he smacked his kid in the face.
Yep.
And I think it's funny that Danvers says, I'm gonna call immigration on your Russian fiance.
And then what was the comment? You're being Mrs. Robertson to my son.
Oh, Robinson.
Robinson. Yeah. And he goes, who's Mrs. Robinson? So I started laughing.
It's like, I was like, oh.
I know.
She slept with him.
I know what it is.
She apparently sleeps with anything with
legs.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, looks good. We'll discuss more as it ekes out. I watched the finale of Percy Jackson. It's so good. It's so good. And they set it up for
the next season. But it hasn't been confirmed that we'll get a next season. But Disney Plus has been doing so good that more than likely they will.
Yeah.
So, anyhow.
So do we want? Okay, we're gonna. Do we want to do the Grammys now?
I mean, we can.
Only because they're coming this Sunday, I think.
Let's do it.
Okay, we're gonna run through our picks. Not all of them, because neither of us listen to Latin music or folky jazz stuff. So just the highlights, basically.
Yep. So we'll go off with number 1, Record of the Year. The nominees were Worship by John Batiste. Batiste or Batista? Batiste. Not Strong Enough, Boy Genius. Flowers by Miley Cyrus. What Was I Made For? The Barbie movie, Billie Eilish. On My Mama, Victoria Monet. Vampire, Olivia Rodrigo, sorry. Anti-Hero, Taylor Swift. And Kill Bill,
SZA.
Yep. So, who'd you go with?
I picked Anti-Hero, Taylor Swift.
That's what I picked. I was like, that's my number 1, but Flowers, it could be in there. Who knows?
I liked Kill Bill, too. That was pretty good.
It was.
Album of the Year, World Music Radio, John Batiste. The Record, Boy Genius. Endless Summer Vacation, Miley Cyrus. Did You Know That There's a Tunnel Under Ocean Boulevard, Lana Del Rey. The Age of Pleasure, Janelle Monáe. Guts, Olivia Rodrigo. Midnights, Taylor Swift. And SOS, SZA. I went with Midnights,
Taylor Swift.
And my fallback is SOS.
Yeah, no. I'm going Tay all the way on that one. So, okay. Song of the Year, A&W, Lana Del Rey. Anti-Hero, Taylor Swift. Butterflies, John Batiste. Dance the Night from Barbie, the album. Dua Lipa. Flowers by Miley Cyrus. Kill Bill and SZA. Vampire, Olivia Rodrigo. And What Was I Made For? The Barbie movie, Billie Eilish.
I went with Flowers, and then I seconded Dance Tonight.
Night away. I went with Flowers just because I heard it so much on the freaking radio. So.
Okay. Best New Artist. Gracie Abrams, Fred Again, Ice Spice, Jelly Roll, Coco Jones, Noah Kahan, Victoria Monet, The War End Treaty. I went with Noah Kahan.
Ready? Uh-oh, let's go. Let me see that jelly roll. That's my boy. That's what I'm
But that's not even his song.
It's new artist.
I know.
That's his name.
I know, but why do you sing a song when he's not even...
That's his name. I made the song for his name.
Oh, you're such a dork.
Leave it be.
Okay, Producer of the Year, non-classical, Jack Antonoff, Ernst Emil II, Hit Boy, Metro Boomin, and Daniel Negro. I went with Jack Antonoff.
Me too.
Because he did Lana Del Rey and Taylor Swift.
Yep.
And The Bleachers, which is his own band.
All right, Songwriter of the Year, non-classical. Edgar Barno?
Barrera?
Yeah, there you go. Jesse Joe Dillon. Shane McAnally. McAnally. Yep. Theon Thomas and Justin Traiter.
I went with Justin Tranter.
Tranter, okay. I went with Theon Thomas. I really wasn't sure in that category because...
Okay. Best Pop Solo Performance. Flowers. Miley Cyrus. Paint the Town Red. Doja Cat. What Was I Made For? Billie Eilish. Vampire. Olivia Rodrigo. Anti-Hero. Taylor Swift. I went with Flowers. Miley
This was
Cyrus.
a hard category. I went with Anti-Hero, Taylor Swift. But I did like Paint the Town Red, and I did like Vampire.
That's what I said. I'm the Paint the Town Red. Okay. Go ahead.
Best Pop Duo Group Performance. 1,000 Miles, Miley Cyrus, and Brandy Carlisle. I did not know that's how you spelled that. Okay. Candy Necklace. Lana Del Rio featured John Batiste. Never Felt So Alone. Labyrinth featuring Billie Eilish. Karma by Taylor Swift featuring Ice Spice. Ghost in the Machine. Scissor featuring Phoebe Bridgers.
I went with Karma.
That's what I went with. T Swift's going to win a lot this year, I think.
Best Pop Vocal Album. Chemistry. Kelly Clarkson. Endless Summer Vacation. Miley Cyrus. Guts. Olivia Rodrigo. Subtract. Ed Sheeran. Midnights. Taylor Swift. I went with Midnights.
I went with Midnights too, but can I just say, I didn't even know Kelly Clarkson dropped an album.
It was only like a couple weeks ago, though.
Okay. That's
or
probably...
It had to have been more than that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was off for me. So, Best Pop Dance Recording. Baby Don't Hurt Me. David...
Baby, don't hurt me.
I knew that was coming up. David Guerrero, Annie Marie, and Coley LeRae. Sorry. Miracle, Calvin Harris, and Ellie Goulding. And
Padam, Padam, I Kylie Minogue. Padam, Padam. Come on.
You should have done this whole group by
love
yourself.
It.
1 in a Million. Go for it.
I don't know that one.
Oh, okay. So, BB Rex and David Guerrero. I went with Baby Don't Hurt Me.
I went with Padam, Padam. Best Rock Performance, Sculptures of Anything Goes, Arctic Monkeys, More Than a Love Song, Black Pumas, Not Strong Enough, Boy Genius, Rescued, Foo Fighters, and Lux Eterna, Metallica. I went with Foo Fighters.
I went with Not Strong Enough, Boy Genius.
We can skip the next one and go on to a rock song. 15.
Okay. Number 15. So we have Best Rock Song, Angry, the Rolling Stones. Ballad of a Homeschool Girl, Olivia Rodrigo. Emotion Sickness, Queens of the Stone Age. Not Strong Enough, Boy Genius. And Rescued, Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters.
I went with Queens of the Stone Age.
Best Rock Album. But here we are. Foo Fighters. Starcatcher, Greta Van Fleet, 72 Seasons, Metallica, This Is Why, Paramore, and In Times New Roman, Queens of the Stone Age. Again, Foo Fighters.
I went with Queens of Stone Age, but I really think Paramore, so.
Best Alternative Music Performance, Belinda Says, Always, Body Paint, Arctic Monkeys, Cool About It, Boy Genius, A&W, Lana Del Rey, This Is Why, Paramore. I went with Boy Genius, Cool About It.
This Is Why, Paramore. Best Alternative Music Album, The Car, Arctic Monkey, The Record Boy, Genius. Did you know that there's a tunnel under the Ocean Boulevard? God, that's a long name.
Mm-hmm.
Lana Del Rey. Cracker Island, Gorillas. And In the Old Year Dying, PJ Harvey.
Cracker Island, Gorillas.
That's what I did. I didn't know it, but I was like, I think I know it, but I don't.
Best R&B Performance, just picked Kill Bill because I love SZA.
I went with Summer Too Hot.
Creek Brown. Best traditional R&B performance. Again, I only kept this on there because love language, SZA.
There you go.
And the next one, best R&B song. I picked Snooze, SZA. So I'm just going all R&B, SZA.
Fair enough.
So then that brings us to best country solo performance. In Your Love, Tyler Childers. Buried, Brandy Clark. Fast Car, Luke Combs. The Last Thing on My Mind, Dolly Parton. And White Horse, Chris Stapleton.
You went with Chris Stapleton.
I went with Chris Stapleton.
I went with Fast Cars by Luke Combs. It's an old song, remade, still good.
Excuse me. It's an old song.
Older song. Best country duo, group performance. High Note, Dirk Bentley featuring Billy Strings. Nobody's Nobody, Brothers Osborne. I Remember Everything, Zach Bryan featuring Casey Musgraves. Kiss Your Picture in the Cold, Vince Gill and Paul Franklin. Save Me, Jelly Roll with Lainey Wilson. And We Don't Fight Anymore, Carly Pierce featuring Chris Stapleton.
We Don't Fight Anymore, Carly Pierce. Yeah.
Save Me, Jelly Roll with Lainey Wilson.
Yeah.
Best country song, Buried by Brandy Clark. I Remember Everything, Zach Bryan featuring Casey Musgraves. In Your Love, Tyler Childs. Last Night, Morgan Wallen. And White Horse, Chris Stapleton.
White Horse.
Last Night, Morgan Wallen. Best country album, Rolling Up, The Welcome Mat, Kelsey Ballerini. Brothers Osborne and Brothers Osborne. Zach Bryan and Zach Bryan. Rustin' in the Rain, Tyler Childs, and Bell Bottom Country, Lainey Wilson.
I wrote in Chris Stapleton because he's the only country.
What's the name of his album?
White Horse.
Okay.
I think.
I went with Bell Bottom Country, Lainey
I'm
Wilson.
just going to keep singing that stupid Fast Car song now.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Well, because I like the Tracy Chapman.
It's your next one.
Oh, best comedy album. I Wish You Would, Trevor Noah. I'm an Entertainer, Wanda Sykes. Selective Outrage, Chris Rock. Someone You Love, Sarah Silverman. What's in a Name, David Chappelle. I went with I Wish You Would.
I went with I'm an Entertainer.
Which I'm going to go see Trevor Noah in March. So
Are you?
Yay!
All right, best
compilation soundtrack for visual media.
She beat me.
Aurora, Daisy Jones and the Six, Barbie the album, various artists, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, music from and inspired by various artists. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Awesome Mix, Volume 3, various artists. The Al Yankovic story, Weird Al Yankovic.
That movie was so hilarious.
I'm going to say Barbie the album.
Agree.
Because I like Black Panther.
But this album wasn't as good as the first one.
No, Kendrick Lamar did like an awesome job on the first one.
Yeah.
But he did not
give it back
participate in this one. So
give it back to him.
Yeah.
Give it back to him. Pay him whatever he needs. It was worth it.
Ready?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Best score soundtrack for a video game and other interact.
Did you skip what?
Oh, I did miss one. My bad. Best score soundtrack for visual media, including film and television. Barbie, Mark
Ronson?
Yep, and Andrew Wyatt. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Hey, you gotta say it like Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda Forever. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you guys said that last name because I ain't have
Ludwig Göransson.
Thank you. The Fablemans, John Williams. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, John Williams. Ooh, he got there twice.
So did Ludwig.
I see that. Oppenheimer. Say it again.
Ludwig Göransson.
And
double dipper.
Drum roll.
I went with Barbie.
Okay.
Barbie.
I hope Barbie, but maybe Oppenheimer. I know.
Best score soundtrack for video game: Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, God of War, Ragnarok, Hogwarts Legacy, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. I went with Hogwarts.
I went with Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
You darn tootin'.
Yeah.
It's an awesome game. Good music. Best song written for visual media. Barbie World from Barbie the album. Dance the Night Away from the Barbie album. I'm Just Ken from the Barbie movie. Lift Me Up, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Okay, and What Was I Made Of? Barbie movie. I think Barbie won. Dance the Night Away.
What was I made for?
That's my Billie Eilish impersonation. I went with I'm Just Ken.
Yeah, that was good too, but I went with Dance
I'm
the Night.
Just Ken.
Best music video. I'm Only Sleeping in Your Love. Sorry, I'm Only Sleeping, the Beatles. In Your Love, Tyler Childs. What Was I Made For? Billie Eilish. Count on Me, Kendrick Lamar. And Rush, Troye Sivan.
Troye Sivan.
Yeah, sorry.
I went with Billie Eilish.
I said Count Me Out. Kendrick Lamar.
Best musical film, Moonage Daydream, David Bowie. How I'm Feeling Now, Louis Capaldi. Live from Paris, The Big Steppers Tour, Kendrick Lamar. I Am Everything, Little Richard. Dear Mama, Tupac Shakur. I'm with Live from Paris, The Big Steppers Tour.
So did I.
Big steppers, and we'll see how well we do.
That is not encouraging at all, just so you know.
I also saw a show. There's a show on Netflix.
This is
We
what
are
we were
not
talking about.
associated with any of these channels because we pay out of our pocket. Ha ha ha.
Or shows, or anything.
It's called The Devil's Plan.
You were telling me about this.
And whereas here in America, our game shows are, hey, go meet the love of your life. Love is blind. Let's go talk between the screens. See if we love each other. These people are competing
Naked and
for
Afraid.
money. They're competing for money,
Yes.
and they have to do like math and shit and logic puzzles.
So we had a show like that, and it was based out of New Orleans, or not New Orleans, but Louisiana. They were stationed at an abandoned town or whatever, and they had to do like the end of the world apocalypse crap, and they had to build stuff. Had to know how to do that stuff, and had to do math and everything else. They had to be really smart people. But these people are apparently smarter, according to you. But yeah.
Yeah, they're Mensa members. They have like high IQs. One dude is a YouTube, but his name is Orbit. He is some type of rocket engineer.
Yeah, you'd have to be pretty smart in math to do that one.
And somebody is a professional Go player. You remember Knives Out? Where they played that game?
Yes.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Huh.
With
Yeah.
the little-
Before he...
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that movie, by the way.
So, we are debating. I don't know if whether or not we are going to video,
The TikTok
or
podcasts.
or if we even want to do like a YouTube. Next week, we will talk about True Detective, Traitors, a new episode of Traitors. We'll go into Death and Other Details, which is another
Yes.
show that we're watching.
Yeah.
We'll find probably some other game show.
You're gonna find another random thing to watch because I know you. But Death and Other Details. I knew I was missing something. I'm missing something on my, I set it up on my calendar. Remember, I was like, wait a minute, it came out. I thought it was dead. I'm losing my days, so I've got to start putting it on my calendar.
I don't know if they just throw boobs in there.
At random, yes.
I'm like, I don't think that was. I could have done without seeing boobs.
Agree. Now, here's the funniest thing. So I started watching it, and of course Daniel was in and out between the kitchen and the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching, not thinking anything of it. Da 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 da. And I think I got a text from you, so I was answering the text, and I looked back up, and he's walking in right as the freaking boob shot. I was like, oh, oops. And he goes, what are you watching?
Hulu.
He's like, there's a child in the other room. I said, she's got him too.
But see, okay, so Hulu, you're seeing boobs, but we watched Jodie Foster, and she kept her bra on, and I had to see the Ninth Doctor's butt, unfortunately. So yeah, so it's not just me. You thought it was weird that they just randomly throw...
I was not expecting the lady against the wall and that, and yeah.
Yeah, I don't need boobs.
Look, I'm sitting there going, oh dear Lord. I thought I was watching HBO Max for a minute.
Skinamax.
Skinamax.
I think we got everything.
Yeah, we've got everything.
I went through the list.
Woo!
Yay! So, until next time, hopefully it won't be 2 weeks and neither of us will get Rona or...
Are you trying to jinx it?
Yes. No, I'm not.
We got people dropping like flies around here with freaking flu.
No! Speaking of flies.
Flu, heart attacks, Alamo.
Well, I don't have a...
No, not you.
I just have... Just cross your fingers, no flare-ups. If the weather will stay either this way or
another way.
Or cold, but when
it's rearing up and down and up and down.
When it's cold, stay cold, but don't stay cold and then drop, bump up to 78 because then it just sets my flares off.
It's freaking 73 right now.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
Which is why I had a flare up Monday.
I'm telling you, it's bad. It's horrible. I can't stand it either. But yeah, hopefully next week. Hopefully. So until next week, we'll chat with you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.